Welcome to the Blue Box Podcast. I'm your host, Lil Herm, and around here, we analyze, critique, and explore the artistic vision that shapes album covers, whether it be from the bold and extravagant or to the minimal and subtle. Our goal? To uncover what makes these visuals iconic and how they've influenced culture, not just through mainstream rappers and entertainers, but also by upcoming and rising artists. So, open the box, step inside, and let's break down the art behind the sound, one cover at a time. You're listening to the Blue Box Podcast. Welcome ABE fam, gang, squad, clique, congregation, posse. Welcome to the first episode of the Blue Box Podcast. Thank you for tapping in with me. I'm your host, Lil Herm. Before we get into it, man, I want to thank my cousin, man, my big cousin, for providing me with the intro beat. Went over there, we chopped it up a little bit, and he cooked up the whole beat for me in one night. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw all his social media links up in the description. You know what I mean? So I can give credit where credit's due. But thank you, cousin. Why am I doing this podcast? Honestly, I got an itch to be creating stuff, man. You feel me? I gotta be making something. Y'all see on my page, I be making album covers, I be making logos, I be doing photography, all that, man. This is just another outlet for me to continue to do that. What's this podcast about? You heard in the intro, you know what I mean? We finna break down the art behind the sound. Get into different artistic techniques that the artists may have used, or look at how it's influenced culture. What are my goals for this podcast? My goals that I have for this podcast. Let's see, man. I just want to get something out there. You feel me? Kind of expand my brand. Feel me? Of ABE. Media Productions, of course. Get my stuff out there, get recognition, and provide a service. But I also want to educate people and educate myself too, because it's a learning process for me as well. But I want to educate people on the history of where this art comes from on these album covers, because it's a lot to learn. As far as upload schedules, the goal, I want to do an episode weekly, but I'm aiming for bi-weekly. But realistically, to be honest with you, it's probably going to be one episode a month. But the goal is weekly, but I'm aiming for bi-weekly. All right, man, let's get into it. We're going to talk about the first album cover, or we're going to critique the first album cover ever made. We're going to talk about the guy behind it and kind of the history of album covers. So our story of the history of album covers starts with the homie Alex Steinwise. I'm gonna be throwing pictures up here on screen so y'all can see. Hold up. But here go a picture right here of Alex Steinwise. We're going to throw that up on the screen right now. Bro was born on March 24th, 1917 in Brooklyn, New York. When he was growing up, come to find out he had a love of music, man. And that was instilled in him by his Polish father, who also had a love of music. Eventually, growing up, he went to attend Abraham Lincoln High School from 1930 to 1934. Matter of fact, let me see what the significance is of Abraham Lincoln High School. Kind of see when it was established. Okay, yeah. So Abraham Lincoln High School was established on Tuesday, August 27th, back in 1940. There was approximately 950 students under Principal Clyde W. White. Okay. Well, that's where Alex Steinwise attended. While he was in high school, he enrolled in a special graphic design program taught by Leon Friend. And if I remember right, Leon Friend was a graphic designer. Right. So Leon Friend was a graphic design educator. So Alex Steinwise enrolled in a graphic design program taught by Leon Friend. In high school, Alex Steinwise, he was part of a little art squad, and they were in charge of making and designing posters for flyers around the school. So we could kind of see right now how he has a love for art and how that leads up to him creating the first album cover that we know, or being the creator of album covers as we know it today. While in high school, he did get a scholarship to attend Parsons School of Design, and this scholarship was based on his artistic high school portfolio. So real quick, let's get some information on Parsons School of Design. When was Parsons School of Design established? So Parsons School of Design was established in 1896, so even before the 1900s. William Merritt Chase was the founder of Parsons Schools of Design. It's located in New York. Anyways, after attending Parsons School of Design, he graduated from there in 1937. After graduating, he went to work for a guy named Joseph Binder for about 3 years. Joseph Binder, I believe, is another graphic designer. Right, so Joseph Binder is an Austrian graphic designer and painter. So after graduating, Alex Steinwise worked for Joseph Binder for about 3 years. I'm assuming in these 3 years, you know what I mean, he got a chance to work on his craft. Eventually, Alex quit and set off to start his own studio, but things didn't quite work out that way. Instead, he was recommended to Columbia Records by someone named Robert L. Leslie. So Robert L. Leslie is a famed proprietor of New York's Composing Room and publisher of Hold up. Dr. Robert L. Leslie is a famed proprietor of New York's Composing Room and publisher of PM, later called AD Magazine. So this guy, Robert L. Leslie, recommends to Alex that he should go and work for Columbia Records. Alex Steinwise ends up getting hired and went to become their first art director in 1939. So our boy's already making moves. Also, keep in mind during this time, records were packaged in brown paper sleeves. The center of the record was exposed to reveal details about the tracks or the record name. So it was no art before Alex came into the picture. Our boy Alex didn't like this packaging, as shown by his quote in his book, Alex Steinwise, the inventor of the modern album cover. To quote, he says, "To my mind, this was no way to package beautiful music." So even he agreed that the brown paper sleeves wasn't it. So he decided to take action and created the very first album cover at 23 in 1938. I'll put the album cover on screen for y'all to see. The album released in 1940, and it was titled Smash Song Hits by Rodgers and Hart. Let me go ahead and put up the album cover. We about to critique it right now. All right, it should be on screen for you right now. So to start off, we can already see that Alex Steinwise put together a little photo montage, aka what they call a composite, which is basically taking different pieces like a photo or a graphic design and putting it into one image. So he made a composite using a photo of the Imperial Theater down in New York and the illustration of a record disc. He went ahead and used the photo and then used the record disc in the background. Fun fact, apparently AS had to convince the owner of the theater to rearrange the letters on the sign to make it say Smash Song Hits by Rodgers and Hart. I'm not sure how exactly that conversation went because I didn't see no information on it, but he had to convince him. Let's also get some more information on the Imperial Theater. The Imperial Theater in New York City opened in 1923. It's a landmark Broadway venue owned by the Schubert Organization. It was designed by Herbert J. Krapp and initially housed musical comedies. Herbert J. Krapp, spelled with a K, not a C. Krapp. The theater has a long history of hosting numerous Broadway hits and is still in use today. So that's the theater that Alex Steinwise used on the very first album cover. The red circle representing the center of the record Really draws the eye and provides a strong contrast through the whole cover, since it's using a bright color. Also, the composition of the photo puts the viewer in the scene as if they were really there, standing on the street corner looking up at the sign. The thin red lines that make up the record in the background, to me, could have been a possibility that he was using that to represent music or sound waves. What y'all think though? And then right here where it says Columbia Records, he made that to resemble classic theater signage, providing more creativity rather than plain boring text. So that's the little critique on the first album cover ever created. Continue on with some history. At 55, Alex Steinwise left the record business but continued to create graphic designs for packages or packaging. He also started painting posters for the local symphony, amongst other things. Again, in my research, I didn't see what other things that he was making posters for, but he did make them for the local symphony orchestra. And sadly, on July 17th, 2011, he passed away at age 94. That concludes our story on the history of album covers. Thank you for tapping in with me. I'm your host, Lil Herm, and this has been an episode of the Blue Box Podcast, where we break down the art behind the sound, one cover at a time.